Y'all see these new NFT? I think The Weeknd is dropping like an NFT song. I don't know if y'all saw that. Same thing
Man,
with Playboy Cardi.
it's like
The
I
fuck is
get
that?
it. It's cool, but like, fuck NFTs. This shit's stupid.
You don't fuck with NFTs? Dom, you don't know what an NFT is?
No.
NBA Top Shot is an NFT, essentially.
Oh, that shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right.
Except technically, well, the more practical use of it right now is digital art. So you can you can mint your digital art and say there's only 50 legitimate copies of these in the world. Sell them. And the cool thing about NFTs is when you every time a piece of your art gets resold because it's digitally tracked, the original maker of it actually gets a 10% cut every single time.
That's what's up, actually.
Yeah, but it seems like Rudy doesn't like it. So what's the
I mean,
pushback?
I don't know how you could design a a part of the blockchain to like incorporate the kickback like that. That would be super cool. I mean, I fuck with it in terms of like giving digital artists a way to like make their stuff unique. Have like a original copy as opposed to just being able to rip it off of Google Images and remove the watermark or whatever.
Yeah,
But I just think it's hilarious how we're just putting a price tag on just a receipt on the blockchain, like because that's all it
yeah.
really is. It's just a receipt. It's just like kind of a contract, sorta, that just says I own this because it's on here and it says I do.
That's what
we
I'm
just
saying. Like it's weird, and I get the concept, especially with digital art. I feel like the most practical sense is digital art. But like, I just don't get this idea of just because there's 50 in the world or 3 in the world, you can instantly mark it at $1 million. Like technically, you could mark whatever product you want at whatever price. But like the example I always take is like if I make 5 blankets handmade, just because there's 5 of them in the world, does that mean they're valued at $200,000 a pop?
If that's what you value them as, yes. I mean, I think it's that simple. It's to the maker. Like, for example, LeVar Ball with the BBB shoes. Obviously, them shoes weren't shit. But he came out and said, I'm selling luxurious, whatever the fuck you say the word. I'm selling that's like luxury shoes. Like, I'm not selling regular Nikes. I'm not selling Vans. I'm selling luxury shoes. So these shoes will be sold at luxury prices. Therefore, if you don't want luxury shoes, nigga, don't pay for them. Like, these ain't for you. These are for big ballers. That's all it is. I don't see a problem with it. If there's somebody that's stupid enough to pay $50,000 for a digital image or something, nigga, that's your money. That ain't got shit to do with me. Like,
Yeah, that's
hey,
fine with me. But
I don't think it's worth 50,000, but if you think it's worth 50,000, cool. Like that's like with Pokemon cards. I don't give a damn. I'm not paying 6 figures for a Pokemon card, but there's people that will. Like,
yeah,
they find it valuable.
that's
I
true.
mean, it's just rich people shit. It's just stuff for us to speculate at or marvel at. It's just a spectacle. It's not really something that's going to meaningfully impact our lives anytime soon, I don't think. Like, I just opened my Top Shots pack just to see what was in it, like right before this podcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of creepy. It's like they knew boys. Because they gave me a Rudy Gay highlight. They're all like common grade, nothing special. They gave me a Rudy Gay highlight, which given my username on there is NBA Rudy. So like that's easy for them to figure out.
What the fuck?
They,
I don't
then
know.
they
They give you a Rudy Gay one too. Come on, bro.
right. They gave me a Ben Simmons layup, which is cool because like I'm a big Ben Simmons believer. I love to argue with people about the value of Ben Simmons on Twitter. That's just one thing I'll just get major Twitter fingers over is Ben Simmons related arguments. And then the third one, God, I don't even remember it. But regardless, after those two, I just figure that they were buying my data from somewhere. I don't know who.
As soon as you hit that sign up button. That's just a sign up with Google. Bet. You saw all the logs, bro. Crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, so with the Top Shot, so you legit open a pack and they just give you a ton of like different like highlighted clips or whatever, highlight clips.
Yeah, and then you like own them because like the
Mhm.
receipt on the blockchain says you do.
It's essentially mining.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
a card collecting game.
Yeah.
yeah.
Except there's no game
But that
around
is
it.
wow.
It's just like, look, value, because we say
Mhm.
value.
Yeah.
But my thing is how like I remember when we first talked about this, Bezos, you were saying I don't see it lasting that long or whatever, or it's only gonna last as long as people buy it, and I think that's very true. Like other than if, and you said it was like a Ben Simmons layup. I mean, who the fuck wants a common Ben Simmons layup? Like I don't.
But if
Like
there's
what are you
only
gonna
2 in
do
the
with that?
world,
Does it tell you how many there are, Rudy?
Yeah, it does. They put an artificial cap on it. Like, I can't see the ones that I opened up right before the podcast because apparently it fucking takes a couple hours for it to actually hit your wallet of moments, if you will.
yeah.
But like, I got this John Morant one. There's only 35,000 plus, so like maybe there's more than 35,000.
Yeah.
I got this fucking Zubac from my initial set. It has 15,000.
The thing about Top Shot is
Mhm.
is scary because they dictate the market. It's not really capitalism if they can like one day there's only 5 of it in the world and then the next day it's like, oh, there's like 50,000 now and we just made like 48,000 in 2 minutes like with a click of a button. That's a scary thing about Top Shot is
Hey man.
I don't know if they'll ever do it, and they probably know the
Mhm.
consequences of it.
Think about the dollar. You know, you can just all it takes is one administration just to be like, all right, we're just gonna arrange the economy like this, and then also just print a ludicrous amount of money or some crap like that. Just do some nonsense to artificially inflate the value of the dollar.
Yeah,
It could very well happen.
gotta get
But-
that Bitcoin, man.
I'm just trying to figure out what's gonna make a player be like if Ben Simmons woke up one morning and was like, you know what? I want that highlight of that layup I did back in June of 2017 or some weird shit like that. Like what? Like who? Like who's going out here really buying these highlights? Like is there somebody? I don't know. It's like Rudy said, it's some rich people shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I don't get it.
You were high on it when we first talked about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm high on it in terms of people. I'm high on it in terms of like people getting it to flip money or whatever. But looking at it from someone who like that's me looking at it if I'm gonna get into it and I want to get some money out of it. Like it's something new. They're putting money like it's to get money. It's something different, cool. But from the same person, like as a person who I don't understand like card collecting, I don't understand all that extra shit. Like who realistically is going out here buying these highlights? Like what's gonna separate? What's going to make Ben Simmons say, or who's going to go out there and be like, yeah, I want this finger roll from goddamn Drew Holiday. Yeah, bro, that like I'm definitely spending 20 bands on this Drew Holiday finger roll. Like I don't understand who's doing that. So it's a slippery slope. It's
Yeah,
tricky.
I watched a Jimmy High Roller video of it, and essentially the way he broke it down is there really is no value within each Top Shot. Like no one's gonna flex an individual Top Shot for the way it is. It's literally people are literally in it just for the money aspect. Like if they're gonna show off a card, it's not because the moment itself is cool. It's because I have a moment worth 20 bands, 30 bands type shit.
But who buying it?
I don't know.
What's the point? Imagine having a wallet full of like Rudy. Imagine you pull a Top Shots pack, right? And instead of commons, it's legendary and rare. It's a 1 of 3 Giannis jumping over goddamn Tim Hardaway dunk. Like that's the highlight, and it's valued at 500,000. But you put it on the market and don't nobody buy it. Is it really valued at 500,000? Like who?
I mean, shit, I guess not. So I
See,
just
like that's crazy.
That's a problem with Top Shot is when people get these cards, they're like, oh shit, it's really worth this much. But if no one's buying it, it's not worth that much. It's worth 0.
It's not.
that's why they're trying so
really
hard
worth
to
shit.
get people on board with it for real because like they need a large community to simulate this fucking market of nothing where people are just passing around their value trying to make a profit or just trying to get in on the ground floor of something cool and spending money. But no matter what, at the end of the day, it's like the NBA and whatever fucking side company is associated with this. They're just skimming money off of every transaction that happens on here, and it's just making them money. It's not really doing anything for most of the people on here, I guess.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
mean,
That's
maybe even if the beginning, like you get a little bit of profit off of every pack, the amount that you gain is probably petty compared to the amount that like the people at the tip top of this
yeah.
make.
See that's the thing about NFTs is that's where the 10% comes in, and that's why I believe the NBA is like invested somewhat into this, because if it does blow up, every fucking transaction they get 10%, every single one, and that adds up really quickly. So my fear is the NBA fucking making NFTs for YouTube with the fucking footage. They're like, if you want to use our footage, pay $20,000 for this 10-minute fucking highlight. You get all the angles though, but you got to pay 10 bands. I'm like, no, I'm
Right. We'll just,
I'm taking
just
them. I'm taking
the playmakers and
Yeah.
send emails trying to sell you NFTs.
the day that shit happens. I'm hitting up Rusty for tips and tricks, bro. I swear.
Do you think they so like since this is still at the ground floor, do you think they kind of like the NBA kind of or whoever at Top Shot, they kind of like got into a couple like NBA players' ears and was like, hey man, look, you go on here and buy like 3 of your highlights, man, we'll slide you this amount of money, because they got to make it seem like people are really buying this shit, right? Like if everyone's
Yeah, for sure.
buying these packs and got
Yeah.
these collections, but no one's selling them or nobody's showing interest, this is gonna be like, this shit's useless. But if you have like, who the fuck was it that went on Twitter and was like, if anyone could find this highlight, Stephen A. Smith, that's who it was. He was on Twitter. He was like, yo, if somebody can find me a highlight of whichever or whatever, I'll buy it for whatever. Like that, it's too easy for them to go to like, hey yo, Steve, hey man, look, I'll slide you like 500 bands. You just go in here and buy a couple highlights for 50,000. Buy like 2 highlights, 50,000.
Right.
That's the money though.
They can
Like,
give
it's too easy
away
for them to do
partial
that.
ownership stake in the company. They can give away, legendary cards and stuff that are only set to inflate in value themselves. So there's plenty of ways to incentivize people to act as human billboards and
Yeah.
just be advertisements in themselves.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. They've hit up NBA YouTubers before NBA Top Shot itself blew up.
Mhm.
Like I've gotten hit up by them. This was before I knew everything was, it is what it is. But I've gotten hit up by them. A couple of people that do locker rooms. I'm not gonna name out names, but they've. Long story short, they've hit up content creators as well. Trying to use their influence, and it takes maybe 10, 20 fans to say, "Oh shit, so and so, we're doing Top Shot. I want to invest in that." And all it takes is 100 or so people to make some good profit off of NBA Top Shot, and then it becomes a storyline. It snowballs just like that. So you never know.